Consider these kitchen appliances. My recent book, Few Buck Lunch, Cook Food, Save Money, is a short and easy to read book that offers suggestions on how to save money by cooking food at home versus buying food from restaurants. It's available for free from my website. I'll include a link, or if you don't want to provide your email address, you can buy it for the low price of $2.99 from Amazon. I'll include a link in the show description for both the free download and the version that's available on Amazon. I recently read an article that Americans are spending even more now on eating out than in previous years. In fact, Americans spent 20% more on restaurant food than groceries in 2022. I've been an advocate for preparing food at home for some time, and learning that statistic leaves me feeling my book and philosophy is needed now more than ever. In my book, I go on about creating really simple assembled meals. My thought is, if you don't like to cook or you don't have great kitchen skills, you can always make a sandwich, which requires very few skills. Having great appliances to prepare meals can go a long way in making the process less painful if you aren't ready to take on a cooking class. Once you've decided that you're ready to commit to cooking meals at home, the next step is to set up your pantry for success. I address the items I think will get you off to a good start in my last episode, which describes spices, fats, and more. Today, I'll talk about the appliances that I like in my kitchen to make life easier. I love my pressure cooker. I love that I can throw all my ingredients in and then I can walk away, unlike the stovetop, which requires monitoring. A modern-day pressure cooker is safe and effective. It uses much less energy than an oven, and more often than not, your food will be ready much faster than if you use your oven or stovetop. Because it uses pressure, you can get good flavor, and you can set a timer so that it starts and ends when you need it to. It's really amazing to cook a pot of dry beans in 20 minutes. Without a pressure cooker, beans have to be cooked in a pot on the stove for a couple of hours. That's after soaking them overnight. Before I started my plant-based eating lifestyle, I cooked 6 chicken breasts that I used for chicken salad sandwiches for a crowd in about 15 minutes. They tasted great. They were perfect for a salad. However, they did appear a bit anemic because the chicken wasn't roasted. A pressure cooker is great for soup, sauces, chili, rice, and more. I've used mine to make yogurt, and a friend likes to use his for pasta. They have new models that also function as an air fryer, so you can save money and space in your kitchen with this multi-purpose unit. I love to use my Instant Pot to make white beans. Once cooked, I use them as an addition to smoothies so I can increase the fiber and nutrition. I marinate white beans in a jar with lemon, garlic, rosemary, olive oil, salt, and pepper. I then use them in a salad. I like to make a white bean mash similar to hummus, or sometimes I'll rough chop them with celery, seaweed, and vegan mayo for faux tuna salad. I just think it's nice to have cooked white beans on hand. I can use them in a stir fry. I can add them to pasta dishes. They're so mild in flavor that they complement most savory dishes. And I like the idea of getting as many beans as possible into my diet because they are really good for you. They're quite filling and they're very, very affordable. A rice cooker is a great appliance that will cook your rice without monitoring. Set it and forget it. I've burned the bottom of 2 pots when trying to make rice while I was getting ready for work. With a rice cooker, I'm able to avoid this problem. Rice cookers can make rice, casseroles, egg dishes, puddings, and more. You'd have to look up recipes for the more part, but they are widely available. If you have an Instant Pot style pressure cooker or one of the more modern pressure cookers, it more likely than not will have a rice setting, so you wouldn't need to get two separate appliances in that case. I like having a really good toaster. I make a lot of toast, and when I'm making breakfast and need 4 pieces done all at the same time, my toaster is cut out for the job. I also use it for bake and serve bread, which doesn't have to go in the oven. It can be warmed in a toaster just fine. I also use my toaster to cook tortillas. I just fold them in half and toast them for a short time, then take them out, reverse the fold so the inside is now the outside, and voila, my tortillas are ready. I like to have a great blender. Smoothies are tasty and can be a filling meal. I also use my blender when making cream soups, like a roasted tomato basil soup. If you like to make meals that you can have ready for when you return home from work, I recommend a slow cooker. There's tons of recipes, and honestly, all you need to do is put a few ingredients into your slow cooker, set it on low, and it will be ready for you when you get home from work. Again, if you have a pressure cooker, a modern day pressure cooker should have a slow cooker function. The best thing about all the appliances listed is that when it's hot in the summer, you can put together a meal without heating up your house. I use my oven in the winter, but never in the summer. I even make brownies and cornbread on my stovetop to avoid heating up my home. I don't have air conditioning, so you understand when I get a craving for baked goods, using the stovetop is a great choice for me. As well, when it's cold in the winter and you come home to a slow cooker full of hearty chili, it's great to be able to ladle a bowl of warm and savory food to enjoy with little effort. I don't have a panini press, but I think about getting one all the time. I love a toasted sandwich. I do have a waffle maker, which I have used with cake mix in the past. Just because there's traditional ways of using appliances doesn't mean you can't be creative with the way you use them. A toaster oven is a great appliance if you have room on your counter. Why heat up a regular sized oven when you can use a small toaster oven? Less heat in your kitchen and more affordable to use. My point is, if you don't want to commit a lot of time improving your kitchen skills, you can invest in 1 or 2 appliances to make the process easier. The reality is that if it's not easy, you won't do it. Make it easy on yourself to save thousands of dollars every year. Next time on Page Power, consider fasting.